everyone, welcome to the first episode for Thrones of Britannia, the new game from Creative Assembly in the Total War Saga series. The Saga series, I believe, are going to be smaller chunks of Total War games, and this is the first one, which is based off the Rome to Attila engine, I believe. So we're going to jump right into the campaign. We're going to start a new one, and we're going to be playing as the Gaelic Kingdom of Mide? Listen, I'm going to say right now, there are a lot of names in this game that I'm not going to be able to pronounce at all. Not correctly anyway, so just get ready for that if you are familiar with, well, the pronunciations of these places. So, the Gaelic Kingdom of Mide, I'll say. What's the things that we have? Cultural features for our culture is legitimacy, which is going to be a, not really a resource, but like a stat that we have. Silence those who question your divine right to rule. Own cultural land and defend allies to gain unique bonuses. So the more allies we have and the more, I guess, wars we fight with them, we'll gain more legitimacy, which we can look into later. We have +2 loyalty, which loyalty is going to be a stat for our generals. High loyalty is an important thing because you don't want them to turn on you. And then our churches generate additional money in all regions. For the faction, because this is just the culture for Gaelic, for the faction features, we have the Fair of Untitled Chapter. Again, it's going to be bad pronunciations. An annual event, the fair sees people gather for games, funerals, and even marriage contracts. Get diplomatic bonuses with allies via unique events to be able to hold the fair. Make sure funds are available. We have a +10 Diplo bonus towards all Irish factions. Excellent mid to high tier sword infantry, including unique gallow glass infantry and exceptional javelin infantry. So I think the idea for this playthrough is going to be trying to unite the Irish people under us, because we're the best, and because I believe there is a unite victory condition. But look at the victory conditions. I'm so used to Warhammer 2, or Total War Warhammer 2, that it doesn't really have many victory conditions. This game does. You can do like a military, you can do, I believe, a fame, or you know what, we'll get into that in just a moment. We should be loading up here just soon. And it's going to go through its opening spiel.
Your father, as our king, dreamed of a united Ireland. But his vision was never realized. Now your brethren in the north hold the high kingship, and you must wait your turn. But the arrival of the Viking foreigners brings opportunity. Their strength could be yoked to your cause. With them by your side, you can fulfill your father's dream whilst claiming the high kingship for your line. One throne will rule Ireland. It is your destiny to be king.
Huzzah! We shall be the king of Ireland. That is our goal.
You must meet many challenges if you are to claim the title of High King. Whether the Vikings fight by your side or stand against you, you must make all others kneel. Through strength and wisdom, you can unite Ireland under your rule. One of your armies is garrisoned in the capital, ready to defend it if necessary.
Hello.
Your other army only awaits the order to attack the rebel army in the northeast. Secure your borders by wiping out the rebels, and then prepare for war.
Very well. Eliminate the rebels. It will gain what I believe is public order, basically. And increase unit replenishment, which is pretty neat. Okay, so hey, this is a new game, but it is, again, based off of the Attila engine, so it's going to look, maybe slightly a little dated, but there are some new mechanics here and some things taken out, such as something that is very important to know. But one thing, this game is off of a province system, which has been the past few games, so we have your main capital of the province and then minor settlements. The minor settlements do not have a garrison, okay? So that's an important thing to know, because in my test game, I didn't know that. I just had assumed that they had garrisons. They do not. One unit was able to actually march in there and just take like 2 of my cities before I can even respond, because I thought that they weren't a threat. They are. So they do not come stock with a garrison at all, but your main settlement definitely does. Let's quickly run over the top here. So we got money, income, that's self-explanatory. The food surplus, food goes into, I believe, unit replenishment. Yes, right there, as you can see right there. And for feeding your armies. So the army is going to show you how much food this army is going to be taking. That will increase as you recruit more people. And this is not something that you just generate per turn. It is just, we have a finite amount. We have 60 right now. The only way to get that increased is going to be, let's say, like upgrading our farms, so that this thing would give us 45 food production instead of 35, and so then this number would jump up at that point. So that is food. Over here we have a war fervor. This one I'm not entirely sure yet because I didn't play my test game long enough for this to really change much. But it looks like you definitely want to keep this in the positives for sure. And we'll look at that, I guess, as time goes on. Legitimacy is going to be our cultural thing for the Gaelic people. So right now with a +9 legitimacy, we have +1 loyalty with all characters, and melee skill for units is increased by +2. We increase this by a whole bunch of different stuff, so hopefully we will keep that in the keep that high. So that is the top bar right there. What else is there to cover? I guess we just start by killing some people. So here's our army. Here we go. The Frenzy of Coup, whatever that is. We're just going to rename this to, let's say, the Wa Boys, because that is a reference to Warhammer, which is a game I love and adore. So there we go. We have the Wa Boys. We'll handle recruitment here in just a little bit because it is a little different. Also, something to take note of is these supplies. So supplies come from the stockpile each turn. Our stockpiles from our provinces that we control. The only way to get this up is going to be either staying in our home province or raiding when we are outside of it. And I believe there will be negatives that we have to worry about if we ever run out of supplies, which I have not done yet. So I don't even know really what those are. But that's something that we have to keep a look at. This is our action points, so that's our movement points, upkeep, and then again food. And then we'll get to recruitment here in just a bit. Stances, all we have is raiding stance, fortified stance, and normal stance. There is no forced march. There is no ambush. Maybe there are for some other factions I just haven't tried out yet. But at least for these people, we do not have that as an option. Also, this is our king, our great leader themselves, and we are going to use them to crush these pathetic rebels. So let's do that real quick. Says it is in their favor. The AI lies. So what do we got here? We have 2 spears, 1 javelin thrower, and a javelin horseman, including their general as well. Let's dive in. I'm going to say this, the AI is basically on par with how they've always been. If you know how the AI generally thinks, then you know how they think in this game, from the test games that I have played so far. This is kind of neat that you get to see the map. It's a nice little graphic, I guess. They definitely went with the style in this game. Honestly, it's not a style that I like. Like, I hate these unit cards to death. I really despise these so much. But at least they're consistent in their style across the game. Right, so this is back. So we can now wait again like we could back in the Rome days. We're going to start deployment. Okay, and here we go with the map. I'm not going to do much of the zooming in thing because basically this game is a whole bunch of people either in tunics, chainmail, or leather. Honestly, they just look bland to me because I'm a fan of the fantasy games more than the historical games. So all these people just kind of look kind of bland to me. So there's really not going to be much of like cinematic views because they're just basically the same animations, maybe a little different than like the Rome 2 days, because again, this is basically that engine. What do we got here? Speaking about that engine, we can also now go and do the whole AI group attack, AI group defend things again. We have formations in here that we can do if you want to. We have abilities from the units. So yeah, anyway. Let's see, spears and swords, let's line them up. Javelins, we'll just put behind them. We'll put the king behind you. And we'll put these people up to the side. Group 1, and let's go. We're going to try and harass their general with our javelin cav. Shut up. I know how to play this game.
Javelins! Ready now! Javelins!
So yeah, we're going to try and stay away from their javelins, and especially their horse boys. We want to try and get as much damage on their general as we possibly can.
Speed up, riders! Cavalry! Full gallop!
And since I'm going to be focusing on that, we're just going to kind of sit here.
Javelins!
Use this rock as a natural barrier for any side flanking that may happen.
Cavalry! Full
And we're going to take off skirmish mode because screw that.
Let's fly at them!
And just start wailing this general with a bunch of javelins.
That was too close!
The general units are pretty weak from what I've seen, at least early on. They are pretty weak.
Briskly now! Cavalry! Full gallop! Drive those horses!
We do not want to get caught by those two units.
Briskly now! Javelins! Cavalry! Full gallop!
But if they want this fight, I will take it.
Bring it on! Cavalry!
But just on my terms.
Speed up, riders! Devil, take the hindmost! As you say. Cavalry! Briskly now! Ride hard! Where's the fight? Cavalry, full gallop!
We want to use these skirmishers.
Shift it up now! Drive those horses! Speed up, riders! To bottle! Devil, take the hindmost! To bottle!
Let's engage there.
Ready now! Ride hard! Take them! Get them! Cavalry, full gallop!
We want to make sure our javelins do not get hit in melee. So we're going to charge there, throw some javelins to the side. Try and catch these with our spears.
Hurry up there! Drive those
Reposition, and then we're going to do a rear charge on the general's unit with these horsemen.
Head them!
Let's go now.
Bring it on! Devil, take the hindmost!
We're going to hit these infantry with our javelins as we try and get their javelins to run away from our spears. The general should be crushed here pretty quickly because, again, the general's unit is not super strong.
They flee before our
Javelins killing spears. You keep chasing off their skirmishers with the spears.
The enemy general is dead.
There's the general. And this was over before it began.
Cavalry! Full gallop! Drive
The battle is turning in our favor.
There we go. You chase those.
Ride hard! Cavalry! Briskly now!
Actually, you go over there. The general will support the frontline fight. Let's move these skirmishers up here.
Bring it on! Cavalry!
Run them down.
Bring it on!
We want to engage those javelins with our general so we can catch up with the spears. As we bring up our own javelin throwers as well. Alright, we have a rally, so that increases our morale, but we don't really need it right now.
Ride hard!
Something that I do... Okay, so, real quick. I'm assuming this game on release is going to do what it did to me. So, by default, this is what you see. And I was so confused because everything, axes, swords, javelins, they all had just one symbol. Because I'm used to, like, giant flags, you know? But this is the symbol of our faction. And so to actually at all times know what your unit actually is, just hold down spacebar to bring up the... Actually, hold on. I think this is... I think that comes up automatically. Yeah. I thought there was maybe like an arrow that you pull this pan out, but I think that comes up automatically if you put... I think. Anyway. So what you want to do if you want to see what the units are at all times, instead of just when you hit spacebar, you just want to hold in spacebar, then hit unit class, which is going to bring up, you know, this is a spear unit, this is a melee sword cav, this is a javelin cav, you know. And then if you want to know what the unit's strength is, then you keep that up so we can actually see their hit points, because when you take that off, their hit points are now gone. So I usually keep that up, and we can also keep up morale too if you want to. It's not actually a terrible thing. So the morale in this game is represented by this, I guess, I don't know what the heck this is, but this face icon. Green is good, red is bad. So that's just a little tip if you want to see what your units actually are. Because I play all my battles, you know, from up here, and so it was frustrating me to know in my test games, like, I don't know what this is from this distance. I'm like, oh, it's a spear. Anyway, sorry. Quick little tip. Because all that stuff is turned off by default. I guess just to make it look cleaner. I don't know. But I want to know information in these types of games. So there you go. I highly suggest that. If you want a skirmish cav or any kind of skirmish unit to go into melee, hold Alt as you hover over a unit, and holding down Alt will bring their melee attack up. So you don't have to actually click on this melee mode with F. You can just quickly hold Alt and right click, and there we go. And hey, look, we killed them. Even though the game thought it was in their favor, the game lies. It always has. It always will. We pretty much destroyed them. So basically the same three options. We'll go for the money.
Stay tight there.
So we have killed their general. They will get another one.
None shall
And I guess let's finish them off right now.
Battle is
This
upon
one we can just probably
Be sure
auto
to weigh
resolve.
up your chances of victory, indicated by the balance of power bar on the center panel. Should your forces have the advantage, then either fight the battle manually or auto-resolve.
Hush. Let's do balance. We have both melee and range, so we don't want something that just favors range or melee. Either. Yeah, okay, that battle went pretty good.
hurry it up.
So the rebels are now dead. We now have our provincial stability. So there we go, we got a little boof up there. And now our units are going to be replenishing. And now what we can check in is the general tab. So this is a little different. One of the things that I do like, so instead of just a generic tech tree, what we now have is also followers. Followers is pretty cool. So we got a champion that's going to increase our command stat, as well as increasing the melee skill for the commander's unit, so you can get a really cool general. The general unit could become stronger through a champion follower. Scribe is going to increase our money in the local province and their governance stats, which is going to lower corruption and decrease construction costs, which corruption is now back in this game. I think it was in Rome 2 as well. So corruption is the bigger your empire is, the more penalty you get on your income. They call it corruption. So this is going to help counter that. For the Bard, we gain 1 Zeal. Zeal is going to go into the commander's aura, public order, units, morale, things like that, as you can see there. We have a Forger, which will increase our unit replenishment when commanded force or own armies in governed province. And food production in local province. We got the Pillager, which increases our rating and lowers enemy morale. Quartermaster, which will increase our movement range. Priest, which increases the loyalty of the general, which we're probably not going to need on our faction leader because they don't have the loyalty trait because they are the leader. So that's not entirely important, but the -2 to the local enemy province morale, or public order, is kind of neat, I guess. And then the siege engineer, which does siege stuff, which I probably won't really mess around too much with. But I'm going to go with a strong champion. So we're going to do rank 1 of that for right now. Over here you can see that our person is married to Athene. And Athene has a natural beauty, which gives us a 20% chance of having children, increases our leader's zeal by 1, and their influence by 1. What do these do? Well, if you go to the family tab, which you can also get to by this screen up here, this is the family tab. So this isn't everybody within your faction necessarily. These are our parents. Our parents had 2 children, Mael, Mael, and then us. And then we married this person, who we can divorce right now if we really want to. I'm not going to. And then we also had 2 children that I don't know if they ever grow up in this game or not. I assume they will over time. And our sister actually married Sirbal, who is the leader of the deer people, the Osraji, who is actually located south of our territory. So even though the family tree shows these people, they are not our people necessarily. So I think that's kind of neat. But anyway, also on the screen we can see that we have 8 influence, and the influence down here, leader influence of 5, shows that we get additional fame. Well, what does fame do? Let's go down here. You can actually get a fame victory. So over the course of the game, I believe victories and a whole bunch of other stuff, including help with the influence here, the fame bar will rise. And if it rises high enough, you can see that we can get a short fame victory or a long-term fame victory. So that is something that influence contributes. And I believe with a higher influence, we get bonuses other than just fame. Yeah, we get +2 public order to all regencies. We get a minor diplomatic bonus towards all the factions. So having a high influence is a pretty good thing. Never a bad thing for your leader to actually have. So that's what these do. What else is on this tray? We have the other nobles. Other nobles are going to be people that I believe you can recruit as a general or a governor of a province, because every single province will have a governor that you can assign that is going to increase the general stuff of the province. So that is the family tree. I haven't really looked too much into the governing and estates, but these are the nobles that we can use again to become governors. So that's going to be important in the future. What else is around this tree? Well, we spoke of a fame victory. Let's take a quick look at the victory conditions. which are going to be here as under the objectives. So, we have a conquest victory, which we can just kill a bunch of people and own a bunch of people through either vassalage or direct ownership. We have the fame victory. Fame is gained by increasing your faction leader's influence, raising war fervor, constructing buildings, occupying settlements, researching technologies, and through unique faction mechanics. So we have a fame victory. Then we also have a kingdom victory. So I think I'm actually going to go for this because I like vassalage and I like the idea of uniting all of the Irish clans together. And that's what the kingdom victory is. So we have to own our own place, which we currently do, and then we have to rule over 5 or more vassals, and then we have the long version, which would have to be 10 or more vassals. The ultimate victory is complete any of the long victory types, then eliminate the Viking invasion fleet. I'm assuming that is an in-game thing. Every single Total War has like an in-game thing where they try to increase the difficulty by just throwing a whole bunch of people at you. I'm assuming that's what this is, a whole bunch of Vikings invade, and you have to kill them all for the ultimate victory of the game. I haven't actually seen it. I'm just assuming because that's like almost all their games have that thing incorporated into them. So those are the victory conditions. And again, I'm going to try and do the vassalage. And since we're talking about vassalage, let's go to the diplomacy screen. All right, so the diplomacy screen, I haven't messed around too much with this, but what I'm going to do here is change the attitude. There we go. And all of these little icons of the hands joining, that is going to show that that faction shows or shares the same culture as us. So we definitely want to try and get in on the good side of everybody who shares our own culture, try to vassalize them at some point, because you can vassalize people within your own culture. I believe they need to be your own culture. Let me double check. Like, let's talk to our sister. Well, I guess our sister's husband, technically.
Well met, friend.
Sirbal.
Let's talk.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to offer a declaration of friendship. So this is the base level of diplomacy that's going to start increasing our love of each other. Create vassal kingdom. Ask this vassal, or ask this person to become your vassal kingdom. If you are strong enough and they accept your offer, they will gain protection, and there we go. So we want to make them our vassals. At the very least, we want them to be our friends. So we're going to do a declaration of friendship. They will probably agree. They say yes. And we're already doing a trade, apparently, so we don't really need to do that. So we will accept.
All right, then.
And we're just going to kind of go around and try and declare friendships with everybody. We have Eilic here, who I believe is the person who's currently the King of Ireland, I think. I have no knowledge of this time period of Ireland and Britain. Like, I have no idea, so this is over my head. But we are going to try and get closer with it. Actually, we already have a defensive pact, which probably means we already have a declaration of friendship. Yes, we do. So we don't need to do that with them. Who else do we got? You're actually kind of small. Who's big? You're kind of big and nearby. Sure.
All right.
Declaration of friendship. They think that's insulting. Okay, maybe we won't get in with them. Tree people.
All right. Persuade me. All right.
I will gladly accept that. You're kind of far to the south. What about you?
Sit. Have some ale. We agree.
Okay. So basically this is like the non-aggression pacts that we're signing right now. They just call it a declaration of friendship. I guess it's probably enough right now. Can we do any more trading partners?
All right. Persuade me.
Can't do it with those. Maybe with these people? Oh no, we're already trading with those people. Odd that it doesn't show a trading as a treaty in here so that we would know. I'm assuming right now we're landlocked, so we would have to trade with people directly next to us. Like maybe the trees?
Well met, friend.
We're already trading with the trees. I wonder if trade in this game, maybe it's automatic, actually. It must be automatic. I'm so used to making trade treaties. Huh, okay. Anyway, that's the diplomacy screen. What else do we got on the first turn? Research. So technology is actually going to be locked behind certain things that you have to meet, like the melee units. We're going to have to recruit 10 sword and or axe infantry units provided by the garrison building chains also count towards this. We have 0 of 10. So to gain access to the melee tree, we have to recruit 10 of those. Spearmen will be the same thing. Recruit 10 spearmen units, so on and so forth for all of these other things. For the civic, for agriculture, we have to build or upgrade within the granary or sow terrain chains, or conquer a region with the highest level building in one of these chains. So we can't do any research basically right now is what I'm saying. Okay, so that's research. Economy screen. We all know what an economy screen looks like. And I think we're ready to do upgrading of buildings. So let's open up our manager here. We're probably going to want to upgrade our capital, the community of Saint Cyran. It's going to lower food production a little bit, but give us more fame, more public order, bonus money provided by church. And that will also open up a slot to build more stuff in our capital. So let's start with that one. Over here we have a church giving us money, so I guess we could upgrade the churches some more. We could also upgrade our food, and we also have a silver mine. We probably should grab a silver mine. And then let's also upgrade one of these farms. I do not know what an estate is that this provides us. But I guess we already have one. I don't know what it does. But we're going to upgrade one of those farms. So there we go. And then next turn we can... Actually, you know what? Cancel that. Let me show you recruitment real quick.
The men are eager to get to it.
Oh, I don't have enough points. Okay, we'll do it next turn then. I could recruit with this army, but I'm not going to. So let's upgrade that, and then let's end the turn. Pretty good first turn. Killed the rebels. Secured our province. Renamed our army to an appropriate name. Legitimacy. In order to gain authority, you must consider your best way forward. Everyone from the peasants in your field to the kings you deal with beyond your borders must know you keep your word, whether you are promising help or threatening vengeance. Okay. I don't think we increased legitimacy there, did we? Oh well. Alright, so let's go and garrison into this little settlement.
Good and ready.
And you can see we get some more unit replenishment, and from here we can now recruit units. So the way units are recruited, they are, as far as I know, recruited immediately, but they have little health, so they have to have time to actually get that health back. So we're going to recruit a surf archer. We're going to recruit... Honestly, I want an Airig warband, because if you right-click on them, we can see that they have an encouraging aura. Encouraging provides morale bonuses to nearby allies, which is pretty neat. I don't know what this is. Offensive Masters. Oh, I guess I don't have that yet? Weird. I say that's weird because in my test game I was able to recruit these. But right now, you cannot afford to recruit this unit. Wait, what? I have 900 gold. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. I can't recruit this one. I was just... Okay, never mind. We're fine. But let's still recruit the bow. We'll recruit the swordsman later. Let's grab... this is missile block chance. They are disciplined. Discipline is pretty good. So they don't suffer a morale penalty if the general dies, which is neat. And these people do not have that. They are a raider. This unit may set fires, or set fire on buildings. Set buildings on fire, cause more fire damage with torches, and capture faster than other units. That's interesting. Huh. They also have expert charge defense. Ignore terrain. Do all swordsmen ignore terrain? No, but they do. So like a bunch of fast movers. So if you look at the stats on the left, their armor is probably going to be lower than everyone else's. Well, or I'm just lying. Their melee skill is, as is their melee damage. Charge bonus, So these maybe aren't necessarily good frontline fighters, but they are fast, because they can ignore terrain penalties, and they can capture quick. So there definitely is a use for those. These spears apparently also ignore terrain, and are also raiders. Well, if we're going to get a raider class, I think I'd prefer it to be a spear, because then we can double up on using them as anti-cav, instead of just being a crappy sword unit. So in this game, sword units typically, I believe, have more basic melee damage instead of armor piercing, and then the axes are going to be where you get a lot of the armor piercing done. See, there you go. So armor piercing 16. So the way I'm assuming this works, just like it did in Warhammer, armor piercing is going to be more effective against units that have high armor. Who knew? Like these people have a 22 armor value, so they're going to be able to block a lot of basic melee damage, but the armor piercing damage is going to go straight through that. So using like these axemen, it may be tempting because you're like, oh, well, armor piercing damage is like free damage. They can't block that. True, but the thing is, the trade-off is that they typically do lower damage for the price of that unit. So using axes to kill like this 7 armor person is going to be kind of not what they're made for. So axe infantry is not just like the end-all be-all just because they do armor piercing necessarily. So we got the archer. Let's grab the other sword units, and we'll call it a day for recruitment. Okay. What else do we want to do this turn? Not much else we can do. We don't really have that much money. So I guess we just end the turn. The person we could go after is going to be these people. I believe they are Vikings. I think the Difflin are Vikings, I believe. So we may want to try and get those soon. But for right now, I need to get our army to a more sizable size. Sizable size. That's right, I just said that. Oh, it would appear that those people are already at war with the Harp tribe. Huh. The coastal conflict. You have received word that the Viking Sea Kings within Difflin to our east have been mustering their forces for war. The most likely target for their unwarranted aggression is the petty kingdom of Brega, which is these people. We could potentially intervene in this conflict and secure access to the coast for ourselves. What should we do? Influence is good, so I'm going to intervene and attack Difflin. So there we go. We are now at war. And again, all they have to do is walk in and they take it. Now, what we want to try and do is get to their capital before this army takes it. That's going to be very bad. So what we're going to do is move up to 50%. So I'm looking at that bar over our people. You can see I'm moving as I'm adjusting our movement. We need to get... Basically, that's as far as we can go. Right there. Because it's going to take 50% of our action points to go to a fortified stance. So we get some movement, but we can also now supply these people and recruit even more, which we definitely want to do. So I want to recruit that Eric Warband because they're pretty tough. They have decent armor compared to our other people anyway. They have really good melee skill, melee damage is decent, and they provide that encouraging aura. So that means our general can be somewhere else. We don't necessarily need their encouraging aura to keep the morale high. So we will hire those. They're going to get some more troops this turn. And again, hopefully we can get to this before they do. I really hope we can. Like, maybe this army can stop them. Because I want this. Who are these people anyway? Are you my culture?
Speak true, and do not try my patience.
They are part of the Gaelic kingdoms. So they are our culture. But I kind of want their territory. Maybe. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so we're removing our army, and I think that's all we are going to do. My guess is that they're going to walk up to Scary and just take that for free. Oh, so what they're doing down here, so they could take this for free, but what they did instead is they sacked it. War decorations. Yep, so it looks like that they just moved right up there.
War is what we do best.
So we're gonna try to get over here. And it looks like Braga is also at war.
My hearth and my ear.
Yeah, they are also at war with Difflin. So we want to try and grab this city before they do. Hopefully we can. I believe 9 units should be good enough. Let's hope it's good enough.
Our bravery is legendary. The men are eager to get to it.
Just in case someone gets past us, we want to move this person forward up to around these settlements. They're not super strong, but it's better than nothing. Also down here is going to be our governor. I guess we can take a look at them real quick. So, Governor Aramon currently has no wife, but they have a 5 level in governance, so corruption is going to be really low. Construction costs are going to be really low. They are a pacifist, that's good. Intelligence, which will be great when we start research. They are calm, which grants them more governance, -2 zeal. And they are farmer, increasing farm production. That's actually pretty, that seems like a pretty good governor to me. Sweet. Can I, like, get you married? Is that something I can do? Aramon? And they're a chamberlain. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, estates. So we can grant people estates, probably for loyalty. That's what that probably means. Because you have one estate. Do you have a higher loyalty because of it? Uh-huh. Estate owner, +2. So that's what the estates go for. So this person currently has the estates generated by, I guess, one of our farms. But each... Who has the other one? And how can I assign them? There's gotta be a way. Probably down in here. Seek wife. Divorce. We can arrange a marriage. There it is. Oh, strip estate. We can lower their influence. Hold feast, assassinate, secure loyalty. Huh. Okay. Alright, anyway, I just wanted to show off the governor real quick.
For the glory of the Gales.
Intern. Please, Brega, do not take Difflin. They did not. They did? No, they did. I think someone's sieging it, though. Natural causes. Someone has to... Wait. Wait, what? The person's name was Land? What? I'm so confused. Natural causes, like Land died of natural cause? What? Our scouts are reporting that a small raiding force from Witsing has been seen approaching Britannia from the south. We expect them to arrive within a few months. A fleet of Witsing raiders will arrive south of Britannia. Oh, okay. Sure. Like that, it wasn't my governor. My governor's still alive.
For the glory of the
This
Gales.
person's still alive. What? Who is Land? What? This doesn't make sense. Land was 51. It must have been one of our other nobles. Was there a noble called Land? Sure, whatever. Ah, crap, they're attacking it.
Bravery is legendary.
That is most unfortunate.
Start digging in here. Everybody stand on.
Crap.
Move on out.
I do not like that at all.
War is what we do best. For the glory of the Gales.
Oh, shoot. There was an icon up here. That's a level up icon for one of our generals. Wait, did they lose? They lost that fight? Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, we got lucky. Okay, we got lucky. Who needs to level up? Oh, it's our governor. Okay, cool. What makes sense for our governor? They're already pretty loyal. We don't need the priests. Oh, weird. The priest will even lower loyalty for enemies. That's kind of cool. We don't need you to do siege. Don't need that. Don't need that. Commanded force our own armies in governed province. So I'm assuming that means all armies under this governor's province will get that. And food production, so that's possible. Zeal doesn't do much for... well, I mean, it does. But we already have a -2 zeal, so I don't know if that's the right way to go. Money and more governance. That's probably pretty good. Say a scribe. Also, we have enough money now. I wonder if I can arrange a marriage with you. Accept changes. Aha. Find this character a suitable bride amongst the ladies at court. We could also adopt, so that their future efforts may serve your family's interests. This will increase their loyalty, but decrease that of your current adult sons, of which we do not have an adult son. Well, we don't really need to increase their loyalty, so I don't see a great reason to do that. But I'm kind of curious if this is going to make them better. I guess it depends on what the trait is of their wife. I don't know if it's worth spending 800 right now. It's more my curiosity just to see what he gets than anything, I guess. Also, our influence is on 9 because we accept that event, so we gain more fame, a major diplomatic bonus towards all other factions, and +3 public order in all regions. That's huge. That's really good. Our legitimacy has gone down. That's not great. Alright, so we're going to take this as an opportunity to go and attack this place.
Forever!
Oh, and they weakened them for us. We could auto-resolve this. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I will build a siege tower. And I guess a battering ram. And then we'll wait a turn and attack them tomorrow. Or, not tomorrow, sorry. Next turn.
Bring me their hands!
It's going to be a pretty easy fight, since they were softened up by these harp people. Which, thank you for that.
Shall stand against us.
Any of our buildings done? Not yet. Next turn they will be. We could also spend more money to get even more food. We're about to get up to 45. Oh, but that's going to go back down to 30 because this is going to take more food, right? It's not a bad thing. Let's upgrade the church, though. Get more of that money. So yeah, the Difflin people still have their army out there, which is kind of scary. I don't have much that can stop them, besides our main army.
Go for light!
Technologies are now available to research. Put your finest minds to work on the technology screen.
Look at all these people around
Such
us.
improvements
Oh,
are
rebels.
vital to maintain a competitive
Yes. How did we get technology? What did we unlock? Community? What did we need for this? Enables the building of a library. I mean, yeah, we'll research it. What did we get to this turn? The silver mine. Oh, maybe it was upgrading the main settlement? I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's the settlement. But now we also have this extra place where we can build stuff. What do we got? A high cross, which would give us more fame and more money from church, as well as more public order. I believe we would have to research these other buildings with the... Yeah, so library would increase our research rate faction-wide, increases the money we get from churches, but lowers the amount of money we get by 100. Really? Really? We can also get a grain pit, which also lowers money, gives us a lot of food. Unit replenishment. Fur production, plus 10% from markets. Increased church money. Man, like all of these things lower our income by 100. Armor and weapons. Interesting. Well, let's see. The thing is, this main settlement gives us a bonus to churches, and we also have 2 additional churches in this province, so buildings that increase money with church, like, yeah. I think we go for the library. It boosts the money we get from churches and gives us more research, so, yeah. What does this do? Minus in fruit production, provides additional garrison units. Okay. Yeah, I think we go for the library. Anyway, let's go and do the... Oh, wow. Everyone's jumping in? Wow, this is going to be supremely easy then. Everyone wants a piece of the Difflin, apparently. Difflin? Difflin? Heck, I may just let them take the losses for me. This battle is drawing the finest of people. Sure. Alright, well.
Cavalry!
Who has the battering ram? The Fianna band. Sure.
We're ready for this. Swordsmen!
You are behind them.
Spearmen!
Behind
Where's
those.
the fight?
Javelins!
Archers!
Sons of the Morrigan!
Hmm.
Bring it on! Spearmen!
Okay.
Javelins!
Where's everyone else coming in? Up there?
Units
We'll get it
in a
started.
formation group
Swordsmen!
will keep their relative spacing
Swordsmen!
when moved together.
Attack!
Units not in a formation group
Give your
will
orders.
lose their current formation
We
when
are
they
the
move.
Gale.
Reinforcements have arrived! The battle is turning in our favor.
Bring it on!
Is it now?
Swordsmen! Agreed! Beware missiles!
What do we got up here? Archers, axemen, 2 towers. We could probably overwhelm those archers with our javelins.
Our general is under attack.
You have so many. Oop, oop, you went a little too far. A little too far up. A little too far up.
The enemy approaches.
Javelins! Ready down deck! To battle!
Where are you going, archers?
Where's the fight? Beware missiles! We're ready for this!
Cavalry!
Turn off skirmish mode.
So be it! Briskly now! Target!
Just kill them, please.
Missile
Actually,
attack!
you focus on these. Our archers will focus on theirs.
Bring it on! Missile attack! Take down their wall!
And then there's our allies.
Javelins! Fire!
Well, the archers are going to go right there, then sure, we'll throw some their way.
Sons of the Morrigan!
You can move up.
Riders! Spearmen!
Move up.
Ready! Now!
Move up.
Where's the fight? To battle!
Javelins! Missile attack!
Kill them all!
We are getting hit by the siege tower, but or not siege tower, sorry, these towers, but that's okay.
Briskly now! Let's get to it! Ride those horses!
Javelins! Right there! Missiles away!
You know what we're gonna do?
Bring it on!
We're gonna actually dismount our general and we're gonna march them up the siege tower.
Cavalry full gallop!
Cause why not? It's an option. Might as well do it.
Devil take the height! Hurry up there! Swordsmen! End them! Roll over! Where's the
Go, my friends, go!
We are the Gales!
Our king is climbing the siege tower. Yeah, we'll get up close here, and you can see like this. It's basically, you know, Attila.
The enemy's gates have been destroyed.
Woot woot.
Swordsman! Devil take the hindmost. Right hard. Give your orders. Shift it up.
Now we are capturing. Whenever we capture, the towers are going to be blown up instead of turning on our side, which kind of sucks.
Hit them!
It is what it is. But like after just the awesome looking battles with giant monsters and magic and stuff in Warhammer, like this just seems so bland. And not necessarily because it's not fantasy. It's just because like the animations are just not there. I'm assuming the newer Total War title coming out later this year, set in China, will probably have some cool looking stuff. There we go. The towers are now destroyed. We have the gates. Let's get our javelins up in here. Let's get our bowmen. How's our allies? They are attacking the other gates. Cool. They're keeping them distracted. We are going to now march up here and take this control point.
The enemy's
Capture
attacking
point.
our ally.
So if we take this, we will get what, morale, I think, and they will start losing their points up here. Oh, look at that! They built a little wall, a little barricade, fancy barricade.
Ravage them!
Take that out.
Where's the fight? Briskly now.
And then we have the main capture point up here too. Victory point.
Strike them hard. Javelins! Right hard!
Let's see if anyone's actually there.
Right there! Devil, take the hindmost! Tobacco! We've been flanked! Javelins!
Nope, no one's there.
Swordsman!
I want to see how fast they can take down a barricade.
Swordsman! Strike now! Swordsman! Sons of the Morrigan! Bring it on! The odds favor shift it up now! Devil, take the hindmost! Get down!
Okay, there we go. AI attacking the wall with a single unit.
We're being fired on!
I like to see that things are still the same. Oh no, they got 2 units in there. Why take the time to walk around the city and go through the gate that's already open? Why do that?
Hurry up there!
Oh, that barricade's already gone. Okay.
Swordsman! To battle!
And then you have a unit of spears fitting that, so let's push up.
Hurry up there! Who's for a party? Swiftly now! We're overrunning! Swiftly now, men! Drive those horses! Ready now! To battle! Get them!
They have busted through the gates. We will send these javelins who no longer have ammunition.
Getting shot at! At them!
What's their melee attack? Melee skill is 11. Melee damage 9.
Ride them into the mud!
Ugh. So melee skill is their ability to attack as well as defend, I believe. Yeah, chance to hit and also block. So they're not great in melee.
We've got them outmatched! Sons of the Morrigan!
Let's start harassing these spears. We'll turn skirmishing mode back on, like why not?
See, they flee before our might.
They no longer need my help, so we'll just pull these javelins back up.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Get up now! Smash those! Give your orders!
Where's our king at? There you are. Look at that fancy crown. So fancy.
Bring it on! We are ready for this! Where's the fight? Sons of the Morrigan! Devil, take the hindmost!
So yeah, these are our encouraging aura. You can see the blue aura around them. Good to have when your generals need it elsewhere.
We are the king! down! General! Swordsman! Hurry up there! Sons of the Morrigan!
Charge!
Right there! Shift it up now!
We're capturing a victory point.
Swiftly now, men! Who's for a body? To battle!
I imagine their morale's going to be breaking. Yeah, they're at the edge of breaking.
General! Hit the Speed up, riders! Drive those horses!
Fairly well, Spears. And that is another city for us. A capital city. So now, since we have another capital city, we're going to have to assign, or we can assign, a governor. Which we do have one more noble free, so we can do that. Fairly well, defenders. Now this isn't all they have. This faction actually owns territory in like on an island out here. I think that's them right up there. Yeah. So they own like a couple settlements up there. So we have occupy or sack. We're going to occupy. One of the Viking long ports in Iru has fallen. Dyflin is not wasting any time in responding. They have taken control of every other Viking faction in Ireland and made them their vassals. They must be expecting more trouble. All minor Viking Sea King factions in Ireland will become vassals of Dyflin. Ouch. Really? So now we're at war with other factions? Is it easy to tell who we're at war with? Is that in this screen? Diplomatic status, there we go. So them, and then I guess these people down here in the southern coast of Ireland. That's not too scary. Okay. We can deal with that. Where's our city? There we go. Okay, so this is ours. I know for a fact that this is not a building that we can use, so I'm going to destroy this. What else do we got? A Viking Haven. I'm assuming that's not something we can use. But at the same time, I can't destroy it, so maybe it is something that we can use. And then we can repair the main settlement. A long port. So this lowers food production. Replenishment chance to all units in recruitment pool. Okay. 10% max number of all units in recruitment pool. That sounds good. Provides a garrison. Alright, we will repair that. We're going to destroy that. And let's assign a governor. Although this person has nothing in governance. Well, that's not great. Oh, here's the estates. Okay. Well, it makes sense. It's called Governors and Estates. Okay, so Flan has one. Estates help ensure character loyalty. Characters will become unhappy if they have fewer estates than their faction leader. Wait, what? They will become unhappy if they have fewer estates than their faction leader. Wow, okay. The thing is, without a governor... Where's the person? Crap. Assign governor. Oh! Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, man. Did I just take you out of the governing? Did I just mess that up? Okay, there you are. The thing is, we don't really have anybody else, so I guess for right now we assign you so at least you can get some experience. Did that work? Oh, there we go. We click on them and then we click... Okay, got it. Okay, as you can tell, I haven't assigned a governor before. Alright, well, at least you're there. Warrior. Minus 50% recruitment cost for sword and axe infantry units. In commanded force. Yeah, this is definitely a general. Oh, well.
For the glory of the guild.
Oh, let's see. We're at minus 4 public order, which gives us a 4% chance of rebellion, though we already do have a rebellion, technically. And I think that's where we're going to end this first episode, everybody. So we have taken a port city, which is a good thing, I guess. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take care.